T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
LadyChann! Fight!
Yo, how you girl? It's LadyChann, nonetheless, and welcome to Come Box with Chann. We in the booties in. Ding, 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 ding. What up, girl? Right, we're back, Jack. We're back on a little Sunday hookup. So another special guest in the booties in. You know how we do. This is a little different, hey? I thought I'd be a blonde today. So we're going for another son of an absolute legend. You know, I'm the friends of the legends. So if the legends have got sons, bring them all on up. Come on, let's go. You know, that's what we do. Yeah. So let me get the banner. Let me do the members only roll call first, and then we will, you know how we do. No, remind me later, Chrome. Chrome's always trying to be on some shit, like update this, update that. No, it's okay. Okay, so now we have to shout out our trusty members. Why is my screen looks small, looks slightly different? I don't know what's happened in between time that I've turned my lappy off and then turned it back on. In a few days, it just does its own thing. Okay. All right. So let's call out the members of the Shannaholics. Let's go. Lisa Bell's in the booth. Oh no, Lisa, I gave you the boom. Sorry, sis. My sister, the Queen, Lisa Bell's in the booth. We got Golden BEK in the booth. Cara Serene, the Queen, Sirs in the booth. Karine in the bootism. Oh, you look like somebody else right there. Moose 13 in the bootism. Rome the DJ in the bootism. Nesta Bedford, what up, Nesta in the bootism. Big Bad Bull GBG, the Modfather in the bootism. James RUDD in the bootism. What up, blood? What up, gangster? Retro boxing and documentaries, blood boxing in the bootism. Conshornery in the bootism. Ricardo, mi hermano, in the bootism. Stephen T, in the bootism. Dub right side, in the bootism. My sister, Harlem's finest, art to the left, in the bootism. Oh, you laughing? D-Style boxing, mi hermano también, in the bootism. AJL Day, in the bootism. Charlo, in the bootism. King TJ, RIP, in the bootism. Upload type El Primero. In the bootism. And Dr. P, Wells' finest, in the bootism. That's right. So, if you'd like to become a member of the Shannaholics, you know what to do.
Me bar rat-a-tat-a-tat-a brain splatter. What's the matter? Just start up, don't time in the body. Try scatter, pick pattering up all over your body. Now you bruise and batter, tap, shatter. You never should do a lot.
Right, in the bootism. Okay, so let me get the banner, nigga banner, well. She is I and I am her. Oh, okay. So let's get the banner of our guest. You know, we've had a good run. We had Kenny Bayliss. We had y'all must have forgot. You know, we had Mr. Y'all must have forgot. I forgot. Oh my God, how did I just forget? No, hang on. That is bad. Hang on, I've just forgotten. Y'all must have forgot. That's really bad. That is really bad. How could I forget his name? No, wait. Wait. He'll never come on again. And he's my great. Hang on. That is crazy. My mind's done a blank. Yeah, Mr. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Roy Jones Jr. And that's one of my favourite fighters, but I literally just forgot who that was. Imagine I said, "Yeah, Mr. Hang on, Roy. Let's give you an ode because Chann must have forgot." Yeah, you can. I'll be in trouble after. It's all good. It's all good.
Roy Jones Jr. Remember that name? Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot.
That's a weird one. Chann must have forgot. Yeah, I forgot, man. That's bad. I know, it's been a tough day. Yeah, it's Sunday. Okay. Kaboom. We in the booties. All right, coolio. So without further ado, I'm introducing introducing the top 10 in all of the major sanctioning bodies at 160. Also does campaign at 168. Son of a motherfucking legend. It's Chann Mosley Jr. Ding, 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 ding.
What's going on?
What's going on? Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're most welcome. Did you hear that? I must have forgot. How could I forget?
Yes,
Roy
I'm literally yelling at my phone. Roy Jones. That's
very strange that happened. I don't know. I just blanked. I said, "Yeah, I must have forgot," and I absolutely did what the song said. I did.
Right.
That's
He hypnotized you.
Roy, that song's deep. Wow. Roy, you want us to remember. You got to do a song, y'all must have remember. So we can start remembering because this forgot shit's working. We forgot. So there. So, all right, so hit the like button. Yeah, guys, hit the like button, please. Yeah, Lisa Bales is in buildings and these. We got some people coming through in this chat. Bruce Gas, what up, my guy? What up, Joe? Okay, so you know how I do. I will ignore the chat just for a bit, unless you're sending in a super chat, because I do like to concentrate on what I am doing and who I'm talking to. So, Mr. Mosley Jr., let's talk. Let me, this is how I start with a lot of the boxers. Right, how did you get into the sport?
Yeah, I would say that the first time, me personally got into like actually doing the sport was a buddy of mine actually invited me to go spar. Like I had never trained, like you know what I mean? Like I wasn't like, training boxing or anything like that. He was like, "Hey man, I'm going to, the gym." He normally trained and he was just like, "Yeah, you want to go to the gym and spar?" And I'm like, all right, like for me, like I used to see my dad spar all the time. I seen like a whole bunch of like, guys do it. And so it was like not, it wasn't like a question, it's like, oh yeah, it was just like, oh yeah, well, I'll get in there and spar. I thought nothing of it. Like never sparred before, anything like that. I thought nothing of it. And yeah, sure enough, we did 4 rounds of sparring, which I look back and go, wow, I actually did really good for my first time sparring. Like I went 4 rounds, 3 minutes, like, and but anyways, I got that experience, and then ever since then it was just kind of like, I want to do this. I got a bloody nose. I remember like getting beat up pretty bad, but I loved it. Like it was one of those things where I was just like, man, I want to come back and I want to do this again. This is great.
Yeah. You got the bug from there. What people text me? What I said? God, I won't even. Hang on, sorry. Let me just copy and send this for someone that wants to view. So let's go. I did already. There you go. Okay. All right. Coolio. Okay. Yeah. So you got the bug from there. So did you have much of an amateur background then? So you went in and you did your sparring. Did you campaign in any like tournaments, or did you just come white collar?
Yeah, and I definitely did a lot of tournaments. I had about 50 fights. I didn't turn professional until the age of 23.
Yeah, quite late. Well,
Yeah.
very late, to be
I,
fair.
well, it's based on my timeline, I feel like it was kind of early.
Right
You know,
time.
I
Oh,
mean, so
yeah,
yeah, it was right on time. Usually guys start at 9, 10 years old, sometimes
like your
earlier than
dad.
that. Yeah,
Hey,
exactly. So I had 7 years of experience before I turned, or yeah, like
pro.
8. Yeah, well, I had my first fight at 17, and then even though I started at 15, I had my first fight at 17, and then from there that's like 6 years of boxing and stuff like that. So to
Right,
me, I was always learning on the job. You know what I mean?
right.
Especially with the expectation of like, oh well, his dad is a
Yeah,
legend.
he's saying
You
most.
got yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta be great. So like I was always kind of looking uphill. So
yeah,
um, yeah, but it's one of the things I love about the sport
yeah,
because um, you know boxing can change lives, and so
yeah.
I can
Change
I can
lives and
change.
end lives. Could do
Well,
both.
I look at the positive.
I like, yeah, for real.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's just something that it can do both. But yeah, it can definitely change lives, especially for young kids, especially for like inner city kids as well that
Right.
need to be able to stay out of trouble, and any kid that needs to stay out of trouble, depending on where you've grown up and da 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 da, da and, get some put your anger and focus it into like competitions and stuff like that, into a craft, into a skill. So yeah, shouts out to boxing. Oh yeah, when I do this mad thing, I'm saying in the building. So when I say it's one of my taglines, I say in the building. So yeah, just in case you
Yeah.
think, what the hell is she saying? Yeah, it's one of my
No,
things. So,
I got it. I got
okay,
it.
okay, coolio. Yeah, he's like, she wild. Okay. So what I want to talk about is there anywhere that you would specifically like to start before I kind of start? Is there anything? Because if there's anything that I skip, because I kind of just let you do the talking. I just pluck stuff from the air on this one as
Yeah,
well.
I usually like to play it by
Shout.
ear. So let's go.
Okay, let's go. All right, let's go. Let's. I gotta find the effects. So you ready? You ready? You ready, Mosley? Mosley, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okey-dokes. All right, let's go.
Round one, fight!
Are we ready? So I want to jump in at. So I want to jump in that. I saw you against. Who was the geek? So before you fought Rosado, this is the thing that I should know. Who did you fight before Gabe Rosado?
It was a guy, Irish guy named Jason Quigley.
Oh yeah, Jason Quigley. He fought Andrade. Andrade.
Yep.
Okay, notes. And you suffered a loss there, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Split decision.
Split decision loss. So I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of my introduction to you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my introduction to you on the ground. I remember you when you was little, when you would be in the crowd at your dad's fights, or when your dad would bring you in the ring. You used to be in your
Right.
little suits.
Yep.
Yeah, it was cute. It's so funny. And now you're a
Thank you.
grown man. It's just wild. Like, sorry, I had to go back in the past, but I thought I would state that. But yeah, so I remember you as a kid, little, but then as a boxer, I kind of got introduced to you late because in my life I was doing other stuff as well. So I just wasn't always pinned to boxing. So
Yep.
I tapped in and out. So, okay, so you lost there. And then I remember I watched that fight, the Quigley fight, by the way. So then after that, I was like, we always keep it a buck on this show. So I was like, okay, Jason Quigley, lost him, da, da, da. Next fight is Gabe Rosado. So I was in a prediction league where we do like fight cards and we all predict like out of like 70 boxing creators, content creators and various people in boxing. So I remember you was on the. It was for you to fight. It was Rosado versus you, and Rosado came off of a brilliant win from Bekta Bully Melikuvian. So
Yep.
I was like, okay, all right, I've got Gabe beating Mosley
Yeah.
Jr. That
Yeah.
was my prediction. Didn't think by stoppage. Just thought he just might. I thought he'd rough you up and beat you on points. Maybe just rough you up, get maybe a split decision myself. That's what I think was my official prediction. So I was watching it, and then, God, how wrong was I? Eh? How wrong was I, Mister?
Well, the beautiful thing that I had in my favor was that thought. That's what I had in my favor. People thinking like you, especially him.
Sorry.
I mean, it worked in my favor. I thank you. You know what I mean? Like I appreciated that. That was actually a good thing. See, no thing is good or bad.
No.
No situation is good or bad. No idea or anything that happens is good or bad. It just is. So as long as you can take what it is and use it in your favor, that's all that matters in every aspect of life. And that's what you have to do. And sometimes we don't learn that from wins. A lot of times we don't learn that from wins because it's going good. It's going in our favor. So we have nothing to have that conflict with. But when you have that conflict, when you have that inner thing that tells you, oh, you're not good enough to be on this level, you have a choice to make. Either you're right or I'm going to show that you're wrong. And I had all the motivation to show everybody that didn't think that I was good enough that they are wrong. And I'm going to show you how badly you're wrong. And if I judge that correctly, he didn't win a round.
No, you pushed the shot out.
Exactly. I guess a veteran who has made guys like Daniel Jacobs, who I thought he beat Daniel Jacobs, right? He's made a great account for himself.
Yeah.
And I pitched a shutout against that guy. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I used that in my favor, and that was one of the. I think still to this day, it's one of the biggest wins of my career.
Yeah. What made you fight so different compared to Jason Quigley? What was the problem with Quigley?
I think if you saw the Jason Quigley, I boxed very well in the beginning, and I lost. I feel like I just lost focus throughout.
Yeah, down the stretch.
And so I think that was my fault, and I had to correct that going into the Gabe Rosado fight. I knew that there was no room for error. I had to be because I mean, obviously, he had just knocked out Bekta Bully, who was silver medalist in the Olympics, a great fighter. So I'm like, okay, at any point in time, at any point in time, this guy could really hurt me. So I got to be on my A game the whole way through, and that's what happened.
Yeah, that was great boxing. It was I want to say there was moments where it was like, okay, let's see. It's almost like, because I heard the crowd getting a bit bothered, and as soon as like, I've seen this in 2 fights of yours so far. As soon as the crowd got bothered, it just seems like, I don't know, put a battery in your back. And you just started to, like, you had some really good rounds with Gabe where you gave him a lot of problems. And you got your shots off. Now, what I want to say is, but maybe I'll move to this fight. I'll move to this fight, and then I'll say the next thing. So then, I didn't see this at the time. So you fought Demetrius Ballard.
Mm-hmm.
That was your was just your last fight?
My last fight.
Yeah, that was your last fight. And that was down at 160. Okay, yep. So round 8, you knocked him down. Gosh, yeah, that was a piece up of all pieces. But it was kind of like, it looked like it was, for me watching it, it looked like it was quite tough for you, in a way. It was tough for you, but just explain it, because I know what I'm visualizing. It was kind of like Rocket Soccer. It was really close in the pocket. and it was together with some breakage, some clinch locking up breakages, and yeah,
Well, okay. Well, the thing is, what I knew about Ballard, and just watching him fight, he's the type of guy that when he gets hurt or when he gets in a situation that he fights you off.
yeah,
And so, with that, in order to prevent him from fighting you off and kind of getting back into the fight, you have
mhm,
to fight through that. So I knew that I was breaking him down. I knew that I could feel after the second round, like I literally heard him wince after I hit him with a right hand, like,
right, yeah,
and so I knew that, okay, it's only a matter of time. I'm gonna knock you out. And so little by little, breaking him down. When I had got a good round, he fought back. You know what I
right,
mean? And so I knocked him down in the fifth round, and then the sixth round, I
mhm,
knew that he was gonna do his, kind of last stand. And so the sixth round, I just kind of let it be. Just like I'm gonna just let this round be. And people thought that, even my coaches, they were like, "Why'd you let him off the hook?" And it's like, "Look, I got this. Don't worry. I could feel him." Sure enough,
yeah,
sure enough, seventh round comes.
yeah,
I go and I go clean him. So I knew that he would fight me off, and that's just the type of fight that you gotta realize. You can't look 100% all the time. I can't make what I mean. Like if this is just a thing I had to go through in order to make sure that I got him out of there. You got to go through the
yeah,
fire sometimes.
yeah. What I can hear is a slight echo. There's an echo. So have you got? So you're just in there, and you haven't got the actual show playing at the same time on YouTube separately,
I don't believe so.
because yeah, we can hear. I'm echoing back. Now I'm
Okay.
not. Oh no, check. Does my mic sound nice? Chickadee check one, check two. Does my mic sound nice? Guys, can you hear an echo?
What up? What up
I heard
now?
it at first. Mate, I think it's
Now?
gone now. Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Shouts out.
cool.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Sometimes StreamYard is a little bit difficult. Okay, so yeah, I hear what you said with that. And so then obviously the round still a slight echo, but we work with it. Round 9 KO. And that you got the WBO interim.
No, it's the NABO. I don't know how that whole thing works, but yeah, it's the NABO belt.
Because I was wondering, like, out the belt, and I was like, is it interim? I was trying to figure it out, but yeah, I thought, okay, so that was the belt that you established. Now, my observation on, I don't know what you want to do. I know what you kind of want to do. I think I'm not sure how you make 160, to be honest, because you're a big lad. You're 6'1",
Yeah.
and so my last memory of you was fighting at 168. So for some reason, I just took it for granted that you was a super middleweight. So then when I just looked at because I like to recap on fights that I've seen of the fighter that I'm going to interview, or I may have seen it at the time and need to brush up. So then I looked at the Ballard fight, and then I think you look way better at 168. I think you've got power regardless, because you knocked out Fee and you showed power in Gabe Rosado, who's a tough, durable geezer. He's not chinny. He's not. Do you understand? But he just looked better. Though that's a lot of weight. 8 pounds is just much better.
Yeah.
So you looked better. You looked filled out. You looked. I don't know. How do you feel? Because making that 160 is wild. I saw the start difference. With the other weight divisions, it's like 4 pounds here, 3 pounds. You may not notice too much, but with an 8 pound difference, yeah, I saw a lot. I was like, when I saw you at 160, I was like, damn, how you make that
Yeah.
weight?
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, look.
We asked tough questions on here. Sorry.
No, it's all good. So the thing is it doesn't matter how I feel. It's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be the undisputed middleweight champion. that's my goal, and that's what I plan on doing. So it doesn't matter how I feel, it's what I'm going to do. So, you know, I mean, I'm going to do everything in my power to make the weight. I'm going to do everything that I need to do to become undisputed middleweight champion,
I hear you.
and then later on move up. So I will
Yeah.
kill myself in order to do that.
Oh, God. You lot are great for doing it, man. I was like, good be me. But yeah, that's why I salute y'all, because that's tough. Yeah. And I think so that's the realm, that's the lane that you want to go down. So you want to become undisputed 160 champ. And I mean, like, the division is kind of there for the taking. It's gone a bit lame, 160. So maybe it'd be good that we've got some new blood. You are top 10 rated in the sanctioning bodies. WBO, WBA, IBF, and WBC. So, yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. So, I mean, so what is your keys to victory? You want to do next fight? What do you want to do?
So the first belt that I want to get, and I know it sounds interesting, but it's just the one that I want, is the WBA. I think that to beat Erislandy Lara would be just insane. You know what I mean? Like, he's the only one that we can legitimately say is a legend in our weight class, at least right now. I don't see Gennady Golovkin fighting at 160 again.
You don't got no belts anyway.
Yeah, right. But anyways, I like as far as like the legends, he's the only one that we can kind of call a legend now. Then from there, you know, it could be either Janibek or I don't know if it'll be Charlo or if it's gonna be
It's still Charlo.
yeah, but you know, who knows
Now.
if he's going to go to 168 and fight somebody there.
I think he's got a fight that's going to be at 160 coming through like a feeler. I forget who the person is announced. But
yeah, it's Benavidez. It's Jose Benavidez.
That's it. David Benavidez's brother, who's Terrence Crawford's start shout in the 12th round.
Yeah, I mean, he should beat Jose, but you know, you never.
Oh, if you don't,
I mean,
mate, if you don't, if you don't beat him, like, we're done. I'm done anyway. But dude, if you can't beat him, it's just like, it's
right.
Hey, get the fuck out of here, because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
Yeah. We don't want any of that. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's either him or Carlos Adames, I think his name is.
Yeah, Carlos Adames.
Yeah, so he's the other champion that would be in our weight class.
My light. This is why I say don't put it like that, mister. Y'all must have forgot, Chann. This is what happens when people move your shit. Hold up. Maybe we'll put it down like this. Let's have it like this. It disconnected and everything. So I may be plunged into a little bit of darkness until I just fix it. My bad. Yeah, that's enough light. You can still see me, right? I haven't disappeared. Can you still hear me? Check.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can't hear me?
Yes.
Okay, let me hear you speak, because it doesn't feel like I can hear you.
Yo.
I can't hear you. Jeez.
Testing.
Okay. Got you.
Got
It went on mute. God damn. Go ahead. Sorry. So yeah, Carlos Adames.
So those are the guys. So it's either Lara, Carlos Adames, Janibek, or Lara, Janibek, Carlos Adames. I think probably the best one would be Lara, Carlos Adames, and then Janibek. But it doesn't matter.
Okay. So, right. So who do you think is your next fight? Has that already been? Don't you got a fight in December, right?
I do have a fight in December, December 2nd. We don't have a confirmed opponent yet. There's a few guys that we've been talking to in order to get that done. to get
Yeah.
closer to the belts.
Right.
But as of right now, we don't have a confirmed opponent yet.
Okay, don't.
But
So is that
the two guys are from the UK, both of them. Just saying.
yeah.
Right,
Just
right,
saying. Just saying. Oh God, phone's ringing and things. It's all going off here, isn't it? At the hub.
Yep.
So it's two UK guys, is it?
Yep.
No, Chris Eubank Jr., is it?
No, it won't be him.
Not Chris
That
Eubank Jr.
I mean, listen, everybody would know about it. If we were fighting that soon, I mean, I feel like the world should know about it, right? We
I
can't,
know.
we can't let that one just be like, oh yeah, like
Yeah,
4
just like,
weeks.
just
Nah,
like
that would have to be a big one.
yeah. So, that would be a great fucking fight, though.
It'd be a great fight. I would love to do that. That'd be great.
You'd love to, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Why not?
Why not? It would be. I don't know if Chris Eubank Jr. would take the fight.
What? Why?
Because he's an underachiever, to say the least.
Oh, come on. You see what he just did? He made magic his last fight. You're only as good as your last fight. He made magic.
Bruh, we give him props where props we give him. But listen, he's been a pro for like 13 years, right? And he's did nada. He's never had a world title ever. I think he had an interim or something, and I think he had the IBO.
Yeah, the IBO, the IBO belt, and then he had the interim belt, didn't he?
Yeah,
it was like one of the belts.
One of them, yeah. And I mean, that's not good enough?
Why not? Why can't it be good enough?
No, it's not. Because your dad is Chris Eubank Senior. How about that?
But see, the thing is this, right? And I've actually had this conversation. I had this conversation with a friend of mine. And this is one of the reasons why I feel like, it's hard for me to have my dad as my coach, because how do I make my own career? Yes, I've chosen the same career as him, but this is my career, and I am not to be compared to anybody. Anybody with success always tells you never to compare yourself to anybody else. So why would I continuously compare myself to my father? And I understand why people do it, because they're so close. Obviously we have the same name. Especially if he's at my fights or he's in my corner or whatever the case is, it's hard to get away from that. But you have to be able to separate yourself from that in order to become successful. And he has achieved things that a lot of fighters that come in there, a lot of fighters can't say that they won the IBO belt, a title belt. A lot of fighters can't say that they won an interim belt. Like, I'm talking about in the entire sport, right? And so to say that he got that far is, it's not as far as his father, but it's still further than most. And what I mean, keep on fighting and keep on moving forward. And I obviously we have expectations of him, and people have expectations of me, but in order for me to be my best, I cannot.
No, you're not your dad, are you? Yeah,
absolutely not.
No, you're not your dad. And Chris Eubank, all right, Chris Eubank Senior is who he is, but it's not Chris Eubank Jr. It's not that he hasn't got the opportunities to have title fights. He turned down Triple G when Triple G was, and then made bloody Kell Brook have to go up 2 divisions, get his face smashed in to save his skin. So, I mean, he's never taken fights that were tough. Well, he could have did title fights is my whole point. And just because your dad's a legend, and if you haven't been able to get the title fights as yet, cool. But he has, and his dad's a legend, and it's like, dude, like, come on. That's why over here we press him, because we do say that he's an underachiever like that, because he had the opportunities to, you retired real old James DeGale. I mean, it's just like, then you lost to Billy Joe Saunders. Yeah, for me, it's just like, it's never been good enough for me. Maybe I'm too tough, I don't know, but it's just not good enough for me. It's not good enough. That was
I
amazing.
hear you. It's funny because, when you look at those things, obviously it's because you want him and you want to see him do more and things like that. Obviously, because you see how great his father was and you see that he has
And
that
he's
potential in
good
order
as
to be.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He really is a good
Yeah.
fighter.
Yeah.
Why his confidence is not there, I'm not really sure. I don't really know him like that, so I don't really know. But
Yeah.
I don't feel like we should compare him to his dad.
Yeah,
But
you
I do
can't.
feel like I do feel like he is a really really good fighter, and I would love to fight him one day.
Yeah. Well, maybe you will be. Don't worry. I'll be rooting for y'all in that corner.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Get your ass beat, Chris. Um,
So what about, since we're on the topic? What about him and Connor Ben?
him and Conor Ben. So where my mind has gone with that now, mate. Initially, before Conor Ben like popped, I was like, Conor Ben's got this. Yeah, I think he's gonna be able to because there was a stupid catch weight as well and all of that. So I thought, yeah, Conor Ben may be the guy that he's gonna, because like I'm saying, Chris Eubank was like, he's just been a bit unimpressive. So it was just like he's a bit of a letdown. Conor Ben's gonna be the one that's just gonna just fuck him up, basically. And then obviously all the the he popped dirty, and then
But wasn't it like meat or something like that?
no, it was eggs.
Oh, eggs. That's what it was. That's what it was.
But, but,
Eggs.
but it was a lie. It was cap, because our eggs don't have clomiphene in it. Your eggs do in the US.
Well, because he comes over to the United States every now and again, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I trained in America. And when the WBC tried to give him that out, right? He was like, no, that weren't it. We were like, nigga, just take the fucking out.
They're trying to give you the out, man. Take the out.
Help you, hermano. Like, yeah, and he denied it. And now it's just a whole match chain. It's a massive rigmarole right here, right now. So can't fight. Temporary suspended, suspension lifted. They're repealing the suspension. Oh God, it's just crazy here. I'm giving up. So he obviously, you saw him come back and he fought at 154.
Yeah.
Right, and I was like, yo, 154. He's too small for it. He's too small for it. He's too small. Like the guy coming off a year and a half layoff, it was okay. The guy was durable, Mexican geezer, durable. Couldn't get him out. Had a great chin. Tested Conor Ben. I guess he needed the rounds anyway. You need the rounds when you've been out for 18 months. So I wasn't really like critiquing it like that. It was a bit unimpressive, but there was impressive spots. So when I saw that, I was like, nah, Chris Eubank. Then we've already had Chris Eubank Jr. do the rematch with Liam.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, nah. There's the weight categories for them to. Right. You've got to be like a master. Like when I say a master, to be able to be 147 to 154, right? And be able to beat those type of lads that are coming down from a bigger weight. Like your dad. Shouts out in the beauties. Your dad did it. Your dad did it, actually. So, do you understand? That's what makes it great. I don't think Conor Ben has enough skill set to be able to be dominating at 147, which he still hasn't proven that he can dominate at 147 because he hasn't taken any big fight there. And then you're going to go to 160 now because they're taking away the rehydration clause and the catch weight and all that. And you think you're going to beat Chris Eubank Jr.? No, you're not. You're not. So I don't pick him to win. What about you? Okay. What says you?
Well, I would probably lean more towards Chris Eubank as well. But I do think that he is a very passionate person. That's Conor Ben. He's a very passionate person. I feel like, especially with this type of fight, it would elevate him. He's the type of person that, like, I feel like when he has he fought nobody. You know what I mean? He fought a guy that was like nobody knew about. He's just like you said, a Mexican geezer, right? Nobody knew who he was, right? It probably was a letdown for him, right? When he fought, my man Chris Algieri, when he fought like all these other guys, he's cleaning them. And you know, I mean, let's just say there was no steroids. I don't know. I'm just saying. Let's
That's
just say
what I'm
that there was.
saying. Now you
Let's just
see.
say that there was no steroids, right? I would say that it was because he elevated himself, and with the passion and with just training hard and being focused, that he was able to knock these guys out. And I feel like with a guy like Chris Eubank Jr., he will have that elevation in the mind. He'll be inspired to do that. Obviously, it's a legacy thing, and he's
Mhm.
gonna want to arrive for that moment. So I think we could see a more inspired and a better fight because of that.
Yeah,
Because of that, and you know, who knows? I
yeah.
mean, if Chris Eubank got knocked out by an uppercut, you know, Connor Ben throws a pretty good uppercut.
But the uppercut wasn't an uppercut; it was a forearm first. It was.
Okay, but I mean, you know, that he might learn some techniques from that. He might look back and like, ooh, I see it. I see the money right there. Bam.
MMA now, yeah, misfits boxing. Yeah, because Chris Eubank Jr. One thing about him, he's not a chinny geezer. So I mean, once he said I got hit with a forearm, everyone was like, "What?" And then we looked back at it. Yeah, he absolutely did get hit with a forearm, but you know, I don't think it was intentional, but it was in the run of play. So I
Right,
mean, he got stunned, and then you know he got
of course.
unloaded on. So okay, so that's just like me saying Conor Ben fights you. He could fight you because you're at 160. Could you see that? How wild that looks?
Yeah, I mean, of
Chris
course,
Eubank is an
absolutely.
inch. Chris Eubank is an inch shorter than you. He's 6 foot.
Yeah.
160 campaign, just like you at 168 as well.
He's a big guy.
Has Conor Ben got the masterful skill set, even being passionate, to just like negate all of that?
No, like I said, like I initially said that I think Chris Eubank
Yeah,
beats him.
yeah,
You know, I'm just saying, you know, I don't disagree that he can rise to the occasion. Is that
yeah.
enough to beat him? I'm not sure. I don't think so. But you know, you never know. This is fighting, man. You know, this is fighting. Anything can
Anything could happen.
happen.
Yeah. Is it a
Anything can
fight you
happen.
want to see? Is it a fight that you actually want to see?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's for legacy. You know what I mean? I'm all about legacy, obviously. Like, you know, I'm a son of a legend, so
Yeah.
I would definitely want to be see that fight and want it to happen and be rooting for them, both of them.
Yeah, yeah. It's a fight that we didn't ask for, but once it started to pick up momentum, and then all of a sudden it was like, no, we're not doing it. We're like, oh no, god damn it! So yeah, so now that it looks like it's going to be proposed for December 23rd. Next on the agenda. So we're going to continue to chop it up with current stuff in boxing. So I'll get your thoughts on Spence Crawford. Number
Number two?
one. Numero
Oh, number one.
uno. Yeah, what was
Okay,
your
okay.
opinion on that?
Well, I thought that that was going to happen. I thought that he was. I've just seen too many situations of Crawford being able to make adjustments mid-fight, being able to take advantage of guys, like, you know, like being able to like take away stuff and then being able to capitalize on those things
Right.
that he takes away. And
Right.
so I just, you know, I mean, like I thought that my man from the UK, why can't I think of his name right now?
Which one?
Y'all must have forgot. No, I'm just saying. He's from Kell Brook.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I thought Kell Brook was winning the fight before he broke his orbital bone, and before that fight, he fought Triple G, who broke his orbital bone. So it's like if he didn't take that fight, Kell probably would have won that fight, easy,
Right.
right? Because he was winning the fight until he broke his orbital bone, then he couldn't see and he can't fight. You know, so
Yeah.
with that being said, my man, you know, wouldn't have been the champion. Nevertheless, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So I thought that skills would always be
Pay
able
the
to be,
bills.
yeah, skills would be able to be, you know, a guy like Earl Spence, and I feel like
Yeah.
it showed. I didn't think that it was going to show so early, though. I didn't think that he was going to be able to take away his jab and be able to, you know, stop him so soon. You know, And after the first knockdown, Earl Spence got reckless. And I think the
Yeah.
same thing is going to happen the second fight. I think that it's going to be worse. And I think that it's very, very irresponsible of him and his team to be fighting so soon after a fight like that. And I get the whole he's a warrior, he put his life in all this stuff and stuff like that. But if you can't talk and you can't walk, what if like he gets injured so bad? I mean, he got wrecked. I mean, I think not for real. Like, I mean, it was like you can make the argument. Yeah, I mean, a guy of his stature and status, a guy of his stature and status, what you wouldn't expect it. He would have got beaten that badly. His face was literally like all like red and puffy and stuff, and it was just bad. So I think that he deserved, if he wanted to take the fight, at least a year in order to recover, get better, all those things, spend time with his family, and then come back and do a fight like that. You know what I mean? Like it might sound bad, but it's like, bro, like it's almost like you got into a car accident. Another car accident. Like for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like you were not in the fight at all.
No. The fight had left the build dizzy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fight had left the build dizzy. This is what he looked like. Sorry, it was funny. I know you.
No worries.
Yeah, my means. But yeah, that's why he looked like he was in a wreck like that. But he
Yeah,
needed to save it.
so so I feel like, as cheesy as it sounds, I think that he should definitely have taken some time off before he take a fight like this, because not only do you have to train for this fight, I mean, well, you have to fight the fight again, but you have to train for the fight. And the training usually is where you get all the damage and where you get all the real beating. You know what I mean? Because you got to do what, 8 to 10 weeks, maybe even more than that, of day after day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day, sometimes, of working out, and then you got to go fight. So all of that you're taking and sparring and stuff like that. You're taking all that damage. You're taking all that hurt to your body, and I think that's only gonna hurt him in the next fight.
Yeah, I just like. Shouts out to Hasim Rahman Jr. We had a good old time. I was like, dude, he was like, nah, I'd still go with her on the rematch. I was like, ah, damn. Like, come on, he must know Rock Jr. that he was going with out of because that's his friend, and I get it.
It's more out of loyalty, but if you really love your friend, you would tell them the truth.
Yeah, tell them the truth and nothing but, you know what I mean? But hey,
look, yeah, man, yeah. I mean, obviously he's gonna do what he's gonna do, like Earl, that is. But you should be able to tell him, like, look, man, I don't think that's good. I mean, you got two car accidents, you got eye surgery, you got all kind of probably skin grafts and new teeth and all that stuff, and then that fight happens. I mean, your body can only take so much, especially if you're not giving it a break. So, that's just you keeping it real with somebody, and you'd rather want them to keep it real rather than be like, oh yeah, get that money, man, get that money.
Push. Yeah, you see your friend crumple down. So you don't think he beats him at 154 or nothing? Like, do you think it becomes more competitive as the weight? I don't, because it's skill. Your skill set's not based on your weight.
Yeah, because there was nothing that indicated that weight played a factor.
Right.
There was nothing that it was that he was slower or not powerful or any of these things. It was that he was getting beat by skill. You could see it. Crawford is knocking his hands down to punch him. You know what I mean? Or he's blocking the shot and then coming back with counters. This isn't a factor of, even if you have more weight, it doesn't matter. He still blocked the shot. You know what I mean? Right? So You know, I mean, and if he's heavier, Terrence Crawford's going to be heavier
Could
as
be
well.
heavier, isn't it? Yeah.
So it's like what like
Yeah.
it doesn't make much of a difference.
Yeah.
And you know, Earl is not that much bigger than Terrence. So
In height,
yeah,
you mean? Not in height.
well, yeah, and height, but you know, like body frame, you know, like Terrence has like kind of the skinnier
Yeah.
body
It's a
type.
bit smaller. Yeah. Tiny
What's the
bit
name has more? Yeah, what's the name has more of a a broader
broader.
base.
Just a bit. Yeah. It's not
But
massive part though, is it? Yeah.
exactly.
No.
They're pretty much the same size.
Yeah, for real.
So with that being said, you know,
Leave it alone, DJ.
and another thing too is that I feel like the reason why Terrence came out and fought the way that he did was because of nobody believed that he was good enough. Nobody believed that he was good enough to fight, and he had a chip on his shoulder. And that was another thing because you see in his fights normally he normally fights with a chip on his shoulder. He normally fights. He loves conflict. He likes fighting in the conflict. You could see like that. He loves trading shots, throwing the same time, things like that.
Right.
That's where it's dangerous. And so that's why, and I feel like that's what beat Errol Spence. That he's willing to trade with you, and I'm willing to be in the conflict with you, and I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah,
Right?
it's nothing you
And
can do. It's nothing you could do, EJ. It was impressive. It was an impressive win, and you know that's why we've got him as double undisputed in the 4-belt era. So, Bud Crawford.
listen, if he fights Charlo, he's gonna be 3 times.
Yeah, let's go. Talk to me. He beats Charlo, right? Mel.
Yeah, I mean, I was so disappointed in Charlo's performance because
let's go.
it just like it really did look like he didn't want to fight. It looked like he didn't even want to be there. Like even like when he was like in the
press conference.
The press conference, like right before the fight, you could just look at his eyes. He's like, he didn't even want to be there. It was like, this is the biggest fight of your life, one of the biggest opportunities. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you beat this guy or even do good against him, like, people are gonna give you so much credit and respect and all of these things, and you shat on it.
Yeah,
like, you didn't even fight at all. Like, and the thing is because I think I could say that because he's such a good fighter, and he's shown that he could be an undisputed fighter, and he could be the best in his division. So it's like, look, man, go out there and prove it. But you like, it's like you didn't.
What was it? Why? What is it?
I don't know.
Was he? Because he was totally gun shy. Was it that the event, the occasion got to him? He showed Canelo so much respect, but then Bud Crawford shitting in. Oh, that little nigga better stay down at 147 because you know there's weight classes for a reason. I'll knock his ass out. Okay. So when Errol Spence was getting knocked the fuck out, then Bud turned around and said, "You next, my nigga." Like he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." That was so dope when Bud Crawford did that. I just don't understand why Mel didn't rise to the occasion. He's already spending those millions in his head before he can do a camp.
Yeah,
his family
I don't know. Yeah. I don't see what was the issue. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure. It's
very disappointing, isn't it? Yeah, very disappointing. And that was a pay-per-view event. Took you lots $85 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know. For us, it was free. So, you know, shouts out to the UK for that. It was free. So we couldn't really complain, but we complained that we had to stay up that damn late to watch that trash. You know, 5 a.m. So Showtime leaving boxing. How do you feel about that then? After 30
I think, you know, I guess it's about time. I mean, obviously HBO started the trend, and they're going to be able, you know what I mean, to get out of boxing. I don't think it's a failure of boxing. I think it's more so a failure of how well, no. I think it's more so a failure of how to track boxing and track how people would want to watch boxing. Unfortunately, especially with guys like PBC, they pay the main event so much money that they probably have to,
Put
you know,
everything on pay-per-view when it doesn't need to be
yeah,
PPV
yeah, well,
worthy.
putting pay-per-view fights on that may not be, that good of fights, or maybe not like
Yeah.
that people know about or want, you know, and they also don't make sure that the audience know who the fighters are. Like at least
Mm.
with like the UFC, these guys because they fight on all their cards all the time, and you follow them, and they give you
Mm.
insight on them
Contraction.
and stuff like.
Yeah.
Exactly. They give you a reason to want to watch them and know them and all these things. Whereas, tuned into the co-main event on, it's like, who are these guys again?
Yeah.
It's like,
That I'm paying
like I'm sure
watch. Yeah.
the boxing people know, like me, but like the regular people that were
Regular
tuning
day
into this
club.
fight had nobody, like, no, I don't know who this is. Then it's a okay fight. You know what I mean? Like who's the
$85. That's wild. Or
right,
50.
who is
They had bloody okay, so you had Wilder and Elanius that was on there for $75 bucks or whatever. Then you had Andy Ruiz and Ortiz that was on there for about 50, 60 bucks. You've got Lara coming up with Garcia. Leave us alone, PBC. That's their last hurrah out of and that's the fight you're giving us. Shouts out. Now I can see why you're going. It's just been very underwhelming. Like the business model that Al Heyman chose to apply, it's just been trash. Listen, for us, Showtime leaving boxing in the UK makes not one bit of difference. Guess why? Because we don't get Showtime boxing here. We only get Al Heyman fights if they're on PPV, and then we have to buy them on Fight TV, like for 10, 15 pounds. And that's about it. Other than that, Al Heyman's got like his 150 fighter roster that a lot of people in the UK don't even know who they are.
right. I feel like at least for
BBC. Bye.
I think would be kind of interesting. I thought about this the other day. If you were able to stream individual fights,
Mm-hmm.
like if I wanted to buy a fight, I could buy that fight. I don't have to buy the whole card. I could buy one fight. Let's just say that, like, whatever the case is, like, right? If I want to, like, for like Apple Music, I can go on Apple Music and buy a song. I don't
Mm-hmm.
need to buy the whole album. What if I don't want the whole album? What if I just want to buy a song? Why not just go and buy the fight or whatever fight I want to watch, right?
Yeah.
And that even inspires the fighters themselves to sell it, because go buy my fight. It's going to be a banger because XYZ is happening, and then me and the guy, whoever's fighting, split that cost, or however it's split, right? Then that inspires me to push my shit out there,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like an artist, right? Like any other artist,
Right.
on the card.
Right.
So I think that would be a good business model, especially with the day. Or you go like with how Matchroom is doing, the Zone,
Mm-hmm.
with the just the subscription, right? Just how you have you can go Apple Music, buy the songs, or you can go and stream it. You pay for the service. I got all the cards, right?
Yeah.
And I think that gives people a more modern way to look at this. Look, I don't even even with UFC fights, I ain't trying to watch the whole UFC fight. I'm trying to watch the main event, the co-main event, and that's it. Maybe one or two fights, right?
Yeah.
Let me go buy those. I'm not trying to buy the whole card. I don't want to pay $70, man. I pay the guys who I want to see.
How you want to see it, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it inspires everybody else to step their game up. Right?
Yes. Game up. Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Exactly. Because then it's like, all right, if oh man, I know that guy. I've been seeing him. All right, let me go buy the whole card, or this whole card is stacked. Let me go buy the whole card now, right?
Right.
Then it saves you that way. But I'm not sure if the business of boxing will do that, because that takes away from the individual business. Because right, because that's going directly to the artist or whatever the case is, or the fighters, But I think it's a good model, right? Because when you buy, wouldn't you buy a fight? Like, right? Like if I
Yeah, I'd pick who. And I mean, but it doesn't affect me as much because our pay-per-view fees are only like £20, £25. So it's just like, you'd buy the whole card. We got 8 fights on a card for £20. It's
but
that works out as like £2 a fight. So I can't really complain.
right,
Yeah.
but if you knew that you were supporting directly the fighters
Oh
and
yeah.
directly that
Yeah.
fight, like wouldn't that
Oh
be
yeah.
like right? It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I think, but that's too. The boxing business is too selfish for that. So that can't
Right.
that can't happen. That this all goes to the fighter and XYZ. So no, but that is a great model to have. So yeah, so you're not really bothered if Al Heyman's out of the business too much.
I mean, like directly, I mean, I feel like directly it doesn't affect me now. I mean, I think maybe later on, it could if it's still his fighters have the belts and they have no
That's what
network.
I'm wondering. How do we get the Spence Crawford rematch? How are these PBC fighters? Where are they going? I don't get it. They've got belts.
I think they said something like Prime was gonna put it on, or even HBO Max was gonna put it on, maybe.
HBO's already, I heard HBO just through my sources, then Prime said no.
Oh, Prime said no.
Could be wrong, but that's what I'm hearing, because they need to. Al Heyman is like burnt a lot of bridges. I mean, he had UK broadcasting in the UK, I heard in the 80s, fucked that up. It's gone everywhere and lit up a match. So I mean, other companies are just gonna. I definitely heard HBO definitely not interested, because they was doing it and they was like, nah, we ain't. NBC said no. They used to have him, and he was like, then now they don't want him again. Like, he's messed up a lot, and it's a lot of money. It was like nearly $1 billion in 2 deals, from Wally and Reed, and that I do know of. And he's just blown through too much money and not given any results. So also let me get your opinion on, so Fury Usyk, let go. Fury Ngannou, Fury Usyk, all of this stupidity.
I mean, I think the Fury Ngannou thing is disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful on the fact of, or on the basis of, that he's already committed to another fight before even fighting this guy. You know what I mean? Like, that's so, and I understand that I think that he's gonna beat Ngannou. I think he beats both of them, honestly. But I think that it's disrespectful that they did that to him. Like, why put that in the public? If you're gonna do that, you know what I mean, like, just internally, then cool, whatever, right? But like, to put that in the public, that's disrespectful, man. You gonna yeah, I'm just gonna sign this, man. Fuck you. I know I'm fighting you next, but fuck you. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, I know.
Like so disrespectful, man.
That's why he should turn around and get his ass beat.
I think it'd be hard. I think it's hard, man, because especially Mike Tyson training Ngannou, I think you got him doing the peekaboo. I mean, hopefully it's a smoke screen. Like, hopefully they're not actually showing him the peekaboo defense and all that stuff, because how is this big ass dude gonna be doing the peekaboo defense and spinning and turning like Mike Tyson? This dude is way too big for this, man. Come on, it's insane. You got him throwing body shots like down at his knees, like all the way down here. Like, yeah, ridiculous. He's a big dude, man. He can't fight like a little guy. You can't have this big dude fighting like a little guy. And that's what, Mike, at least from what it seems from the outside, that what he has him doing, and I think is ridiculous. And especially if that's what they're seeing, that Tyson is seeing, Tyson Fury, that is. He's like, man, I'm gonna clean this guy. If that's what y'all got him doing, I'm gonna mess him up.
You said, don't have him do the peekaboo.
Yeah, man, you got this big old dude. What's going on, man?
Yeah, that's not fit. I don't know. You said you hope that's a smokescreen. Do you reckon it's
Yeah,
fake?
yeah. Like, hey, let's do it. When we do all the social events, we be doing this right here. Scratch that. Don't ever keep that. All right, we doing something else. But this is what we showing the public, okay?
Yeah, yeah. This is what we're doing. This is the game plan before the game plan.
Right.
Game plan, the marketing game plan before we're gonna get knocked the fuck out. But oh no, don't kill me like that. You just killed me with that. Yeah, fucking hell. So you think that Fury beats Usyk too, right?
Yep.
I don't.
And the reason, all right, so the reason why I say that is because Daniel Dubois was able to drop drop Usyk with a body shot or with a low blow, whatever the case is, right? But the only thing is even if it was a low blow or whatever the case is, why didn't you go back to the body shot? Or why didn't you attempt to do it again? Because even if you get um, a point taken away or whatever the case is, right? You're still doing damage to him, and he's not knocking you out like he did.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's not
Right.
beating your ass. So with that being said, it was stupid for him to not do it. As you can see, Tyson Fury is willing to play on like toe the line like that. So he's willing to go back there. Oh, yeah, I was it was a low blow. Okay, I'm going back down there. I'm gonna make sure that it wasn't. Here's your change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's smart in that way, and he's gonna use his size, and he's gonna use his movement, and he's a very, very intelligent guy. I
Right.
mean, I now that I'm thinking about the whole Ngannou thing, he might have done it on purpose because my guy likes attention. Tyson Fury, he loves attention. He loves being so. Yeah, let me talk shit to this guy indirectly by saying I'm about to approve of a fight over here, kind of disregarding you, and like people like me are gonna say, oh man, that's disrespectful. But it gets you talking about him, and it just shows you how intelligent he is with his moves. And you can see that in all of his fights, and you can see that in his boxing. So I think that he's going to be able to implement that against Usyk.
How
He's
does he
definitely going to be
catch
going
him?
down to the body.
How does he catch him, Shane? How does he catch him?
I think
You think Usyk's going in there not going to not dance? Like you think he's another person where the Daniel Dubois? I was like that version. If he shows up in the ring with that version, Fury will just beat him up. That was probably just like he probably was uninspired that he was fighting Daniel Dubois. Something right?
I hear you. I hear you, but I think he's going to be putting weight on him whenever he can. He's going to make him fight right? Or make him have to move and waste energy. You know what I mean? These are big guys. They can't be moving around the whole time. They're gonna, at a certain point, yeah, but I mean, he doesn't do that all the time. He sat down with what's his face and the Daniel Dubois and the fight before he was more stationary. So I think
He's cruiserweight. They move.
I think he's gonna feel that pressure in there. He's gonna be able. He's going to be, and he's gonna break him down to the body, and I think he gets him out of there.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why Tyson Fury's the favorite. Of course, his share size and whatever. But I mean, Usyk's very accomplished. He's already undisputed. Tyson Fury's not. I just think that Usyk does things better than Fury, moves better than Fury's more technical than Fury. Obviously, he doesn't have the Fury punch power. I just think Usyk wins, just totally outpoints Fury. But I'm down for it. If Fury knocks him the fuck out, I'm gonna be like, okay, I don't really care. I just want to see a good fight. But yeah, so we'll see that hopefully when they absolutely get in the ring in, I think 2024 December or something, what they're saying, but whatever. And just a couple of other pointers. So Smith, Bivol, Batabayev, Yard, and Zurdo. What do you think about the 175 division. Them two's gone up. Obviously, they went up to bloody cruiser. So we'll start off with Bivol Beterbiev not being able to get Beterbiev for undisputed. It's trash. What do you think about this division? It's just crazy.
I mean, I think it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on with, you know, the country stuff. I think it's kind of
Yeah.
weird, but
Yeah.
you know, I think that they should be fighting. I think that the boxing ability of Bivol would outpoint and beat Beterbiev, but I think he's gonna have to go through hell.
Right.
Because that guy punches like nobody else.
Yeah, but he's on. Do you not think he's slightly on the slide, Beterbiev? Because his body was breaking down. He had to pull out multiple times. COVID. I think he had something wrong with his. What's happened now?
I mean, he's like 40. He's like 40 years old, right? Yeah. So he's getting older in in age, and he probably ain't, he probably wants to fight, a couple more times and call it a day,
Well, let's do undisputed. But they're putting in all of this country stuff and all of this. It's not fair. It's not fair with Dimitri Bivol. They're just going to take away his dream. So he's thinking of going down to 168. He said maybe you get better fights there. The Canelo thing, he didn't want to do the rematch. Well, he did, but he wanted to do it on his terms. Like, let's go for your belts. You lot did my belts. I beat you comprehensively. Canelo, let's go for your belts. Oh, yeah, Canelo. Canelo just fought. Who did he just fight? Go ahead.
Jamal.
Jamal sorry. No. It's all right. We already covered that. Yeah. We don't need to go back there. Yeah. So Canelo don't want to fight. Canelo don't want to fight him at 168 for that. So that's scrapped down. So they're struggling for an opponent. Maybe they will. I don't know. So okay. So then we saw Joe Smith Jr. and Zurdo Ramirez. They moved up to cruiserweight. Did you see that?
Good fight. Yeah, I was there actually. It was a really good fight.
There you go.
Yeah. I didn't think that it was going to be as good as it was. It was actually a back and forth fight. Really, really good skill level on both sides. A lot of hard punching. I thought, Zurdo, got by with a good decision and definitely increased his boxing ability.
Yeah. Do you think him moving up like that is done him? Because I've always said, I was like, listen, Gilberto Ramirez, he is a cruiserweight at best. Because when he went into the ring, he was a heavyweight. Once he rehydrated, they was both.
My guy looked big. He looked big in there.
I was like, how the hell was he fighting at 68?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That blows my mind.
Him and Badu Jack would actually be a good fight, a cruiserweight.
Yeah, I said that. I said him and Badu Jack. I did say that. Him, Badu Jack probably could beat Badu Jack. Badu Jack's like 40, 41. You may as well just get him out.
But the one thing I could say about Badu is that he's very, very consistent. Right? Yeah. He gets better as the fight goes on. Right? Yeah. Where a lot of guys break down, he gets better. Yeah.
He got hot.
I think that
he's got heart. Yeah. And he's based out of, his experience. He's based out now in Dubai. So I guess that maybe. Do you think them two being in there? What do you think Joe Smith Jr. goes to? Because do you think he should just go back down to 75? But he said he's staying at cruiser. He's like,
he said he's staying at cruiserweight. But I actually told his promoter at the fight, I was like, man, it'd be a good fight. I know that they're different weight classes, but it'd be a great fight. Would be Joe Smith Jr. and Gabriel Rosado.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Anthony Yard.
Hey, well, okay. So the reason why I said Gabriel Rosado because they're both they're from New Jersey and from Philly. Yeah. So it's like it's like that rivalry. You know what I mean? It's like and so I think that both those guys would be good. But Anthony Yard would be good. I mean, Anthony Yard better watch out, because that dude bringing the heat. I mean, Anthony Yard is 100% a good fighter. He has great skill, man. That dude is skilled.
Yeah,
he's a good fighter. But I don't know. I don't know if he'll be able to stand up to that that heat, man.
Well, he did better with Beterbiev than Joe Smith Jr. did. They both got
Yeah, you're right.
stopped, but
Yeah,
Anthony
you're
Yarde
right.
got stopped later. So, gave a better
I
showing.
mean,
Out. Joe Smith Jr. was out in 5 minutes. He was out.
well, but I also think that is different because of their skill set. Obviously, Joe Smith is not as skilled
No,
as a guy like
he's
Anthony
a
Yarde
brawler.
and athletic, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to get a different fight from him. Obviously, he's going to need a few rounds to get kind of acclimated to the speed and all that other stuff. Whereas Joe Smith is just like he's right there,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, yeah, you could say that he did better, but Anthony Yarde still lost to a style like Joe Smith. Joe Smith didn't lose to a style like Anthony Yarde.
Yeah. Yeah, we over here we've been calling for that fight for a minute. And then also let's go with Wilder, Joshua. That's fallen through, but yeah, this is the one that always separates me from being friends with motherfuckers. No, I'm joking. Oh, cool.
All right, I'm gonna start out by saying that I'm gonna start out by saying that I want Anthony Joshua to win. I do.
What?
I want him to win.
I'm with you.
And I think that it is going to be very hard for him to get that done against Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder has the best knockout ratio of any heavyweight of all time, right? He is going to go down in history as the hardest hitting man ever. And
No,
I think he
we
can
can't
knock
gauge
out.
it. No, we can't go. That's as far as we can't go there. Where's the gaugeometer for this? How do we? There's Ernie Shavers. Do you think he hit harder than Ernie Shavers? With the level of competition like Ernie Shavers? No,
Listen,
we can't gauge it.
all I'm saying is I hear you. I hear the point, but statistics, numbers don't lie. Okay. It's all about statistics, right? We're going with statistics basis, right? Now you could say you can make that claim and I understand it, but I'm just saying statistically speaking, he has the best and highest knockout ratio of any heavyweight of all time. So with that being said, I feel that it is going to be very, very difficult for Anthony Joshua to beat Deontay Wilder. And the reason why I want Anthony Joshua to win is because of the type of fight that it would be between him and Tyson Fury would be insane. And I think that we deserve to see that fight at its highest. At its highest. You know what I mean? Yeah, we can get the fight if he loses. If he loses to Deontay Wilder, we can still get the fight and it'd be great. But it won't be as high. We want to see that fight at its height. And I feel like the fans deserve to see it at its height. And so that's why I want him to win. But I think it's very, very difficult.
Why does he lose? Why does he lose? Let's break it down. Why does Anthony lose?
I think he has to be very, very disciplined and sharp the whole entire fight. And you've seen, Deontay Wilder looking like trash in fights and just all of a sudden, boom, right? Lights out, and he turns the lights out. So even if, he's getting beat up, he can still turn the lights out. And you can see that, Anthony Joshua is capable of getting, hurt and knocked out. Obviously, you see a guy like Usyk was able to stun him in the last 12, in the 12th round of their last fight.
Listen, you see, that is such a misconception because shouts out to me. I broke the news on that. I got the most views. I actually broke the news. I actually took that footage and then I took down the slowed down footage and then I slowed it down. So what happened is, I'll tell you what happened is the bell did ring a few seconds early. That's a fact, right? So I don't know if that was on purpose. Don't know if the timekeeper, I don't know, it all fucked up. I don't know. But Usyk threw a 14 punch combination, right? I want to give me a minute, Shane. Give me un momento, because if I could just pull it up, then it might just be easier like that, you know. It just so
Okay.
you could just quickly see it. If I could pull it up, I should have had it queued up. Let me see. I mean, I was supposed to put my name there. Yeah, so it was quite interesting to see. Do I show up on that? Damn. Sometimes this is why you have to tag things a little better. Usyk v Joshua 2 breakdown winner. Okay. Do I have the? I don't know what I called it. Down. Alexander Usyk down. Okay. May not. I forget what I totally. Oh, okay. I know. I think what I did. The breakdown. I think I know what it was called. Let me see if it was called. Usyk 2 the breakdown. Was it called that? Is that? Let me have a look. So that was 1 year ago. Round 12. Oh no, here it is. Round 12 analysis. Okay. All right. So I'll get that up and we shall share this. Oops. And let's have a watch real quick, and then we can wrap. And we take off the banner so everybody could see. All right. Okay, let's take that off. All right. Let's go. Share screen. There we go. Come on. Hey guys. So finally, Sky Sports has announced that they will be showing Anthony Joshua Alexander Usyk fight rematch. Usyk Joshua 2 for £26.95. I see people in uproar because they thought it was going to be $24.99. I mean, I know not everybody, has got some kind of money, but let's have it right. Compared to the Americans, guys, why are you moaning for 26 quid? 27 pounds. You get the undercard, looks like it's going to be trash like the first one was, but it's still boxing. We're just going to have to just watch it for the 20. You're just watching it really for the Joshua thing. I don't know what you guys expected. Joshua's last fight with Usyk was it broke records. It was one of the most highly viewed pay-per-views and bought by sports history. That the first Joshua Usyk, massive numbers according to Sky Sports, and I guess that's why they bid so aggressively for this one, because once you bid for Joshua, anything that Joshua touches is like it's the Midas touch. Everything he touched turns to gold. So have a little look at this.
Yes, and he says the Sky Sports box office will be the only place in the UK and Ireland to watch the much anticipated Alexander Usyk versus Anthony Joshua rematch on the 20th of August 2022.
Anthony Joshua got served a nice left hook that he didn't see and rocked him. But when he was on them ropes and people was like, oh, he was going to get dropped. Did you not see? I'll slow it down. Stand by. That was the left hook and the straight left that sent Anthony Joshua stumbling backwards. But I'm going to let you have a look at what happened afterwards. What we all deemed is that Anthony Joshua was going to get dropped. I'm not so sure now. Have a look and you tell me what you guys think. Stand by. Nah, shouts out to Joshua then with the head movement. I always thought that he was doing the Muhammad Ali, trying to do the Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope, not saying that it was Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope before everyone comes and jumps in the comments. But guys, what I saw, he got caught with a left hook, right hook, and I think another skimmed left that didn't hit flush. And then Usyk went for an uppercut, missed, and continued to miss all the other punches while Anthony Joshua out of dodge. You're gonna have to look at it, guys, because I know you're gonna get some AJ haters that go, no, he got nearly knocked out. So we thought. Interessante. So Usyk did. This is a madness. A 14 punch flurry. Out of the 14 punches, 2 catch Anthony Joshua flush, like I said, left hook, right hook. Then there's another hook, I think it's a right hook, that kind of skims that way. And then there's one more that kind of taps like, but it's not a punch, it's kind of like with Usyk's arm or something. Have a look and then you'll see. Out of 14 punches, Usyk lands flush twice. So that's why there wasn't a wave off. Because if Anthony Joshua was getting punches and no returns out of a 14 punch flurry, the ref would have said, nah. And even at the end of that, Joshua answered with a straight right that kind of shot Usyk. And he stuck his tongue. I think Usyk was a little like, oh my God. And Joshua was kind of like, stuck his tongue out and kept it pushing because the bell had rang. Wow, it's funny when you look at things back. Shouts out to Sky though, because I probably wouldn't even have seen that, and I would have just kept in my memory. I did know that he did slip, because if you look at my my recent weekly wrap-up show, I did say that he tried to do, the Muhammad Ali rope-a-dopes and slipped some shots, but I'm not realizing that he slipped 12 out of 14 shots. Anyway, I'm gone. It's $26.99, $26.95. Doesn't break the bank. Come on, guys. I'm gonna buy it. You're gonna buy it. And some of y'all are going to stream it, and that's just how it goes. Welcome to the new era. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey, you girl, it's LadyChann written on left. Come watch with Chann. Gian.
I feel you. But listen, it doesn't change the fact.
You saw it. No, I'm not saying it changes the fact about Deontay Wilder. But what I would just like to say, I just bring proof that this narrative that Usyk was going to knock Joshua out, in that it's clear as day to see that he wasn't. Joshua slipped, ducked, moved out of range every single time. He did. So that's all I wanted to show, because you brought that up. So that's why. That's why. I'm not saying because he did that he beats Deontay Wilder. But I do need to be able to debunk that narrative and show people, which I have done, a couple of people, and they're like, all right, I get you, Chann. Yeah, that's interesting, because it looked like when you watched it, like Joshua was getting tucked in. So that's all. I come with facts, stats, and data. So, that's really bad. But I do agree that for me, it's the battle of who gets up first. Deontay Wilder can equally get dropped by Anthony Joshua, like I said, and Anthony Joshua can equally get dropped by Deontay Wilder, and it just is who gets up first, who survives the get up, and that's all it is. But so maybe we'll get the fight over the line.
I think also too where it takes place, I think is important for both guys.
Where it takes place.
Yep.
I really care. Take place downstairs right there. Like, everyone was to be there.
Well, no. I think for the athlete to thrive, I feel like if it takes place in the UK, I definitely feel like it's a disadvantage for Deontay Wilder, and he'll probably it would be good for him. I feel like if it takes place in America, I feel like it's not good for I don't think it's good for Anthony Joshua. I mean, obviously you see that with Andy Ruiz, right?
He
I'm
lost
just saying.
comprehensively there anyway, for real.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he
But when they fought in was it Abu Dhabi they fought? Where they fight?
Riyadh, the second
Okay,
fight.
So when they fought there, you could see that he boxed a lot better and he looked great. You can say what you want, or he didn't fight or whatever like that. Man, he boxed beautifully. He made him look like an amateur. Yeah, he looked like an amateur. That guy, man.
Yeah.
So and honestly, I feel like he should fight like that more often. I don't know why he doesn't fight like that more often. Like, just be who you are, man. That's one of the reasons why people love you, was because you were that guy.
I don't know why his style's changed. I don't know what he's not confident in, man. I don't know. I just obviously from the Andy Ruiz thing, the defeat, it changed him. He did. He's in a dark room for 4 days. He went to a retreat. And people really took that out of proportion because he went. It was like him staying in a dark room when it was nighttime at bedtime. But then him and his friend were there. His friend had one and he had one, and they come out and they're campfire and stuff. It wasn't like he was in solitary confinement for for 4 days on the trot. You know what I mean?
Right.
So out of proportion, but yeah. So I mean, yeah. Hopefully we do get that fight over the line, and it could happen in Saudi, but I mean, Saudi said no, we ain't doing that anymore. So we're doing Fury and Ngannou and Fury and Usyk. So shouts out. Hopefully, maybe it could happen in another neutral territory. But yeah, it's either going to be the UK or it's going to be in or America. Like it's whatever the weather. Just have a judge from each place and just hope. It's not going to the judges anyway. Let's have that right. So it doesn't really matter.
Somebody's it don't matter about the judges. There can be no judges.
Yeah,
listen, somebody's going to sleep.
Yeah,
honestly, somebody in that fight. That's one thing we can agree on. Somebody's going to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. So it don't really matter where that is, I guess. And then just lastly, so you're going to be on the Garcia Duarte card.
Yep.
Is that? Yeah. Do you know anything about Duarte? Because I don't.
I know a very, very little. I mean, I know he's signed to Golden Boy, and he was once undefeated. No. He lost one time, I believe.
Oh, okay.
One time, and then he looks like, from what I saw, he looks like a pretty tough opponent. He doesn't look like a So, I'm not sure why they would give him an opponent like this. This is it's a decent fight, So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So that will be you December the 2nd, and that will be in what venue? Where is that?
Houston, Texas.
Houston. Oh God, you're going into the heat like that.
Yeah.
Will it be still hot? It will be, will it?
No, I think it'll still be humid, but not hot.
Yeah. So so you're going to Houston, Texas, and that will be shown on DAZN, I'm assuming, right? Yeah. Okay.
How do you guys get DAZN? Do you guys have DAZN there, or is it?
Yeah, no, we've got DAZN. Yeah, we have DAZN. Yeah. We're not that much in the archaic dark ages. Yeah, we
No, because I thought you guys had like it was like Fight TV, and then you had to it was like essentially like the same thing.
No, that's only with Al Heyman fights. Fight TV comes in handy. Other than that, we don't really use Fight TV for anything anymore. So we got Sky that links up with ESPN with Top Rank, and then we've got BT TNT that links up also with Bob Arum's ESPN as well. ESPN Plus, and then we have DAZN. Yeah, which we all have together now. So yeah, so we'll be able to tune into you for sure. And that was look forward to seeing to it. So I want to say thank you for coming on the show. Oh, it's like the baby. Give me baby. Thank you for coming on the show, and massively appreciate you. And definitely you are welcome anytime back to chop it up about the sport of boxing. So salute to you, Mr. Mosley Jr. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
See you later, Chann. Take it easy. Speak to you soon.
Right,
bye. Bye. Chann Mosley Jr.'s left the boot. Yeah. Lovely lad. He's a nice lad, isn't he? He is a nice lad. He enjoys the sport of boxing, enjoys talking about boxing. He's got a plan, and yeah, we root for him, you know. New friend of the Shiggity Show. What up, Joe? And he stayed actually an hour and 35. I think that was because of my news report, but you know, we had to show it. And there's so many other things like you know, get some predictions going down the line and stuff like that. So it's all good in the hood. I would like to thank you guys for joining little old me. You know, he's still rocking with me to this day. Yeah, you are. So, you know, so I appreciate you a lot. Muy apreciada. So I am going to give the members only. God, it's Sunday, and God, I really need to be on UK time. Sometimes I feel tired at the wrong goddamn times, and I feel awake at the wrong times. So I would like to big up my sister Lisa Bales in the booties, Golden BEK in the booties, Kareen says in the booties, Moose 13 in the booties, Donald Banks DB in the bootism. Zara K, what up, Zara? In the bootism. Rome the DJ in the bootism. Lester Bedford in the bootism. Big Bad Bull JBG in the bootism. James RUDD in the bootism. What up, blood? What up, gangster? Blood boxing, retro boxing, and documentary in the bootism. Con Shawnery in the bootism. Ricky Ricardo, mi hermano in the bootism. Stephen T in the bootism. Dub right side in the bootism. My sister Harlem's finest, R to the left in the bootism. D-Star Boxing in the bootism. Mi hermano también in the bootism. AJLJ in the bootism. Charlo in the bootism. King TJ in the bootism. R.I.P. Upload type el primero en el edificio. Ya tú sabes. And last but not least, Wales' finest. Cardiff, Dr. P in the booties. Yeah, we've got more interviews coming up, guys. I always tell you, go on the front of my page, join the Channaholics, because you know, we've been having these ones for free. This will be on the Son of Legends playlist. We do have Hall of Fame playlist. Now we've got Sons of Legends playlist. I do have to add Mackenzie Morrison's one. He was one of my earlier. I think he's already on there. I think I already added it on there, actually. He was my first Hall of Fame child, Son of a Legend child on that, and I've just only made that playlist. But guys, yeah, there will be like different interviews that will only be available on members only. So if you want to join the Channaholics, you know what you got to do. You got to go out the front of the page and motherfucking click it, yeah? Let's just not dilly or dally. Then you get to full access to all that I do.
Me bar rat-a-tat-a-tat-a brain splatter. What's the matter? Just start up, don't time. The body try scatter. Pick pattering up all over your body. Now you bruise and batter-tat shatter. You never should have Allah.
Never should have Allah. That's right. Yeah, that was fun. I had fun chopping it up with people from sport, in the sport, do the sport, pundit of the sport. So I will be back tomorrow for the weekly wrap up. Shiggity show. Yeah, so we'll be back talking about weekend's fights for sure. That was it was a big card, like 2 back-to-back, 3 cards on Sky card, which I didn't watch, and 2 DAZN cards, which I kind of did. I did, actually. So, guys, I want to say thank you for coming through. You know, we're here to tell the truth, a whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Help me, God.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
It's easier to get the truth once you ingest some knowledge, and knowledge is what?
Knowledge is key.
Right, knowledge is key. Say it for Guan, and I'll say it for Guan. Yeah.
So if it Guan, not what I see, nothing because nothing not a Guan. Lock off your eyes, cock. Me make you cock.
Them the like we winna like them. No, so we not like them.
Them not like me, some me not like them. Man, I figure set this straight and clarify. Put fire upon a pagan, aim for the cranium. Turn off the news, there's a bag of lies. Worst raised man, wanna inform up, fun Babylon and every one of them dirty guys. And if they wanna go around the order, I guarantee somebody's dropping fly.
That's right. So, I guess we've come to the end. The time is, it's the final carton. But, we're here to do with stats, facts, and data. And, we trump those opinions that you have. Opinions is cool, but, facts, stats, and data trumps everything.
I have opinions just like anyone else. You got opinions. But unlike what you're doing is I bring facts, data, statistics, things you can go look up yourself.
IP the Godfather, Kevin Sellers. Okie doke. So I thought I'd always play this now.
He's so mad after. He's a runner. He's a track star. What's going on? Why are you running in a box ring? Do you know how to box?
Shout out the Sons of Legends. They are all really characters, aren't they? So recuerda, mi gente, estoy lista siempre para ti, para todos del mundo. Si ya tú sabes. Okay. Them niggas in the trash. Sorry, it was the wrong emoji, but let's go.
Listos pe los chingazos. Listos pe los chingazos.
Caleb Blight, he don't even say he's ready. He's saying he's ready for his hair. Yes, but at least he tried and he attempted, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. So we don't even speak English correctly, perfectly. So, so is that a word? Perfectly. Yeah. Sorry, see, I don't even know. So let alone, second languages or whatever the weather. So, I'm that bitch, always been that bitch, always will be that bitch. And, someone's got to be it. And it's me. I got the jobs, female Shengali.
It's tight, you suck at life, you don't want a round three. Worship the queen and your mic to pass. Keep it real, these chicks couldn't wipe my anyway, now let's go get Ferrari. I am the ultimate Bengali. These chickens can't even spell that. You hoes bugging, repel that.
Yeah, so got some exciting things coming up as well, so I will keep you in tune. Really exciting things. So let's try and juggle 2 careers. Let's see if we can do it. You got to give all praises to the Most High Supreme each and every time, though, as well, for your blessings. Don't always think about your curses. It's as long as you've got breath in your body, you keep going. So, guys, I would like to thank you very much for coming through like a motherfucking woo. I would like to also thank Shane Mosley Jr. yet again for coming on the show. And guys, I want you to have a great Sunday. I will be back, Jack, tomorrow for the weekly wrap-up Shiggity show. I promise I shall be there. Anyway, I'm gone. I got to sort out my fucking lights. It just decided it hasn't got anything. It's on a stand, but it's on my desk, which it needs suckers, and I knew it was going to happen at one point, so I got to pick it up. So anyway, I'm gone. Let me sort my technicalities out. How you going, this LadyChann? Nonetheless, come box with Chann. Gyan. Okay, it's time to go. LadyChann has left the building. Gyan. LadyChann. Fight.